here we are back again, starting up round 30. I've decided to make these a little bit shorter. It'll be easier on my computer, it'll be easier for you guys to handle and watch. It won't be so drawn out, and it'll be a little bit easier for me to commentate and talk over and whatnot, just because I find trying to talk for too long, it's a little hard to do. But what I wanted to talk about with this one is a little bit more about weapons in zombies and what weapons are really effective and what weapons appeal to, appear to be more effective than they really are. One of the biggest misleading facts is the ray gun is the second best gun in the game next to the thunder gun. Not necessarily true. I mean, does it kill fast? Yeah, it does. It kills, it'll one-shot them through, into the 20s, and if you upgrade it, maybe to, level 30, I think, about where I'm at now. But after that, it just starts to take, 2, 3, 4. I played with a buddy of mine that, he said in around 40s, the ray gun takes, upwards of 10 shots to kill something, and that's just ridiculous. If you're trying to use the ray gun as a killing weapon, that's definitely not the way to go, just for the fact that it only hits the guy in front. It doesn't penetrate at all, which is the next thing. When you shoot the ray gun, it only hits the front guy, and any of them shoulder to shoulder. It has splash damage instead of penetration damage, which is why I feel it's not as strong as some of the other guns. You'll see come level 35 where I switched to the MP40 from the Galil, for the sole fact that I get more points from the MP40 than I do from the Galil. Getting to the point where any gun with bullets isn't killing zombies in a reasonable time, and the trap that I'm using now isn't gonna be as effective as the electric fence that I'm gonna start using. And that just goes to one of the guns that people say is not so effective. It's not to say that it's not a good gun, because it is. The ray gun's still a really good gun, but if you're looking to go to the higher levels and go really far, it's not the gun you want to be looking for. I mean, personally, once you get the thunder gun, you don't need anything else. You stick with the MP40 off the wall, just leave it as is, and you're good to go. But, I mean, there's still a ton of great guns still to be used in the game, like the Galil. The Galil or the M16 take spot for the best assault rifles. They hold the most ammo out of the assault rifles. The Galil is, I think the Galil's more of a. I'd pick the Galil over the M16. No, I'd pick the M16 probably just for the grenade launcher. It's not, never hurts to have grenades. But, I mean, just the ray gun, I don't know. It's a great gun, don't get me wrong. I don't see its practicality in the long run. But, talk about some other guns that aren't maybe as popular, like the sniper rifles. The sniper rifles are actually pretty good, if you know how to use them right. Let's see, where's a good spot where you'd use a sniper rifle? Right at the end of here, as I come through the dressing room, if I had a sniper rifle, I could run to the back end of the dressing room, and I could take out half of the group of zombies that are behind me on this level with the upgraded sniper rifles. The upgraded sniper rifles are extremely powerful and extremely effective at killing zombies, and they'll take 2, 3, 4. I think the max is still 3 to take down. Maybe I may be wrong. The sniper rifles may go through a few more zombies than the other guns, which wouldn't surprise me if they did. I would expect a sniper rifle to have a little bit better bullet penetration than an assault rifle or an MP40 or something. But the sniper rifles are really good. Again, not exactly the most practical thing if you're trying to go really far in the game, but they're definitely effective through the 20s, and even into the 30s they can still be pretty effective. I'd say the Dragunov and the L96 are the only 2 sniper rifles in zombies, and if you upgrade them, the damage is about equal, So, you know, you give the edge to the Dragunov just for the sole fact you can put, you know, 2 shots into him faster. And, they come to not the greatest amount of ammo. I think you end up with like 50 shots total, which, you know, like I said, isn't a lot, but it's definitely fun to use. I've done you know, I've messed around with the snipers a little bit. If you're running the Thunder Gun and you're playing with multiple people, a good weapon you could use if it comes up and you want to have a little fun, use the crossbow. The crossbow is actually another underused gun. Well, it's not really a gun. Underused weapon that's really effective. Unupgraded, it's just like your crossbow from online, except you get more ammo and more shots with it. I think you end up with like I want to say 9 or 10 instead of 2. I think you get 3 when you're playing multiplayer. I think you get 10 with it. I've only used it twice. And what it does when you upgrade it is it kind of turns into like monkey bombs. When you shoot them, they are attracted to the arrow tip. The arrow tip is, you know, like the monkey bomb. So you can stick a zombie and he will stop moving, and all of the zombies will crowd around him, and it has a higher damage rate than the blast radius is bigger, and it deals out way more damage than the monkey bombs do. It's effective through, yeah, I don't know, around into the 20s. I got rid of it after about around 15 or so, and I was just kind of messing around with it. I was doing a run where I was just trying to upgrade as many guns as I could, and then, you know, just screwing around with different guns. Another good weapon to use, again, these are more if you're I'm giving out good guns that are more if you're not playing by yourself. If you're playing by yourself, you definitely want to stick to the Thunder Gun and like the MP40. Use the M16 off the wall is another good gun to use off the wall to accumulate points. But if you're playing with more than one person, another really good gun that's effective into the 20s and even into the 30s really is the M72 Law, the rocket launcher. You can get it out of the box, and that thing has a 5-round clip. Like, it has 5 rockets in the chamber, and I think you get 20 backup. And I think that doubles when you go to the when you pack-a-punch it. And I believe when you reload one, you reload all of them. I may be wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not sure totally, but I have used it, and it'll take out an entire group, or at least make half of them crawlers. Like, it is extremely effective at taking down groups of zombies at once. So if you get them all grouped up together, maybe you're going through a hallway and there's a bunch, that will definitely do the job. And it's fun to use. It's, like I said, it does the job when it comes to taking down an entire group of zombies at once. The only downside to it is you can kill yourself with it. You know, you down yourself pretty easily with it because the blast radius, when it's upgraded, is really, really big. And I've downed myself numerous times with it. You know, it definitely, like I said, it was a fun gun and it was effective, but you gotta be careful when you're using it because you'll hurt yourself with it. Is basically what it comes down to. You'll hurt yourself. No, it's another good gun that a lot of people don't use, and I don't think everyone realizes this. If you upgrade the M1911, your pistol, when you first start out, if you keep that and upgrade it, you get what's called the Mustang and Sally combination, and those are amazing. Those will do you wonders all the way into like the 40s. I mean, they are just amazing. What they are is they're akimbo M1911s that shoot grenade launchers instead of bullets. You don't get a lot of them. I think you get 6 in the chamber, or well, 6 in the clip, and I believe you have 24 extras. So it's definitely not a primary. This is definitely something you use when you get stuck, or you know, if you're taking out a big group. You know, maybe use them on the dogs if you wanted to. Like I said, extremely effective at killing. You know, very small amount of ammo, which makes it hard to go far with. But if you're using something like those, and then like the MP40, you kind of like replace the Thunder Gun with that, You can go far, but you won't go as far. The thunder gun's just more like the thunder gun's just that's the end all gun. If you want to do all that, it's what you use. But you can still do pretty damn good with the Mustang and Sally combination, and it's just fun, and it's a badass freaking gun. Like, it's a lot of fun to use, and a lot of people don't realize that. A key weapon when you're playing with a party, if you're playing with 2 or 3, even if you're playing with a full, there's 4 of you, one person should definitely pick this up if it comes around, and that would be getting the ballistic knife. If you get the ballistic knife and and then go grab the Bowie knife off the wall, which I do anyways, the ballistic knife turns into this weird, I don't even know, it's got some weird German name that I can't pronounce, but you go from 5 knives to 5 knives you can shoot to 10. But the thing is shooting the knives of the zombies really doesn't do anything unless you get a headshot. What it's good for is if I'm playing with my buddy and I'm on a stage here and he goes down, say by like the Juggernaut machine, if I can hit him with the ballistic knife, if I shoot the knife and hit him, it'll revive him instantly. I don't need to go over there or anything. It's it's 100 times better than quick revive, and it's extremely helpful in the later rounds if you're playing with multiple people. Whether you run in a group or if you're all running your own separate thing, just you hit him as you go by. You get up, keeps on going. That's another gun. I call it a gun. It's not a gun. It's a knife. I'm stupid. Duh. I'm retarded. But that's another one that is definitely it's definitely a good thing to have when you're playing multiplayer by yourself. But this one is closing out round 31. This is almost the end. Well, no, this isn't almost the end. It's close though. I'm well halfway through it, and then round 32 is dogs, and I'm gonna end this video on that note. But what else to talk about? I watched a lot of good videos today. Woody's Gamertag put out another patch update or video, and they're talking about tweaking a lot of things. They addressed what did they talk about? I know they talked about second chance, and one of the things they're talking about doing to second chance is making it longer to revive someone. Because right now reviving people takes like 2 seconds, 1 second, like it's ridiculously quick. And they're thinking about making it much longer to revive people, which it doesn't really cure the problem, but you won't see people running it as often, even with parties to get picked up. Maybe team deathmatch still, but that'll slow people down, make them think twice about using it. They talked about the recentering of the gun of the sights of the 74U with the grip attachment. They're gonna make that a little bit slower, getting back to center of your sights. They talked about the RC car, which they're not doing what would be the best thing to do. It would be to make it a higher kill streak. They said it's not something they're looking at doing right now, but they are talking about tweaking how fast it moves, the blast radius, like how far away you have to be, so which might actually make it make Flak Jacket a little bit more appealing, because right now if you get hit with an RC car and you got Flak Jacket on, if it hits you it's still going to kill you, but if they tune down the blast radius and the damage that the RC car does, you might be able to survive a direct hit with the RC car with Flak Jacket. I'm definitely going to test that out when and if they do update the RC cars. I'll keep an eye out on that. They said that they're not going to touch the sniper rifles or the knife anymore, that they're pretty much set on what that's at. And I can't remember what the other one is. I don't remember. If you're not subbed to him, go check him out at least. You don't have to subscribe, but definitely check out his patch update video that he just put out. Next Gen Tactics put up 2 different videos today talking about the next Call of Duty game, and there's 2 different things going around. One, apparently Treyarch has built itself back together, or at least, you know, it's still around. Treyarch still, or not Treyarch, Infinity Ward. Infinity Ward still exists apparently. Apparently they still have a staff and, you know, people working there, and which we all thought Infinity Ward died after MW2 when everyone got fired and everything, and they had the lawsuit with Activision and whatnot. But apparently Infinity Ward is still around, and they are talking about making the next Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which, I don't know. I still like the Infinity Ward games better than the Treyarch ones for the most part. It's kind of a tie between Black Ops and MW2. I think Black Ops beats it out by a bit still. But they're talking about just making a new game that will be a prequel to the MW2 game, where the storyline leads up to Modern Warfare 2. Which, I don't know how that's going to turn out, but we'll see. And the multiplayer engine, they're going to be using the engine from Modern Warfare 2, which doesn't mean it's going to be Modern Warfare 2, but it's going to have the same feel, the same movements, graphics, etc. So it's going to look and feel like MW2, but most, like, you know, praying to God that they've learned from their mistakes and there's no new tubes and commando and whatever. Which, I mean, you can see it with Black Ops that it's, you know, they can see what Black Ops did right, they can see what they did wrong, they can see what Black Ops has done wrong, and hopefully if they are in fact the ones making it, that they do it right this time, or at least fix those problems and, you know, just make improvements still. The other Call of Duty game that might be coming out in 2011 is supposedly being made by Sledgehammer, and what they're talking about doing is making a Call of Duty MMO, which, if you don't know what an MMO is, that's kind of like a World of Warcraft-esque game. I'm trying to think of anything else other than World of Warcraft that you guys might be more aware of. And I'm drawing a blank because MMOs are not the kind of game I normally play. But they were talking about making a MMO Call of Duty, which would be completely different than any other Call of Duty game that we've ever seen. And I think that would actually be kind of interesting. However, I hear if they do make an MMO game, the support that MMO games need is way more than what your typical first-person shooter is going to be. It's still going to be a first-person shooter. It's not going to be like your typical World of Warcraft MMO game. But it's going to be different. And the support that MMOs need for servers and whatnot is so much greater than what your typical multiplayer game needs. It would be a pay-to-play system, which, I don't know. I can sit here all I want and say, oh, fuck that, I'm not going to pay to play. I'm not going to pay extra to play a game. But you know what? I've been a Call of Duty fan since COD 4, and I've got this strange feeling that I would still probably pay to check it out. It may come back to bite me in the ass and I lose out some money, but it might happen. This is the end of round 32 though. I will have rounds 33 to 35 probably in the next video. I will see you all later.